Welcome back to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Coming up next, I sat down with Ms. Elvira Gisog, who shared the upcoming mental health conference for farmers. Check it out. Good day, everybody, and welcome to this week's Health, Home, and Lifestyle. And we'll be tackling a very unique and a topic that's really not explored, and that is farmers' mental health. And with me right now is Ms. Elvira Gisog, who will be sharing what she knows about this. And of course, to start things off, you guys are planning a farmers' mental health conference. Could you, could you, just expand a bit more about how this started and why?
Oh, okay, sure. So we started this this conference is called the Farmer Focus Cultivating Health and Wellness. And it really just started as a start to talking about mental health in our farming community. And how we came from there was by doing a baseline study of measuring the perceived level of stress with our farming community. And so we were able to have about almost 100 of our farmers take a survey with us, a very extensive survey, which was brought over we had partnered up with our Western Region Agricultural Stress Assistance Program, which is really short for RASSUP. And we're collaborating with them. We're partners with this RASSUP group, which is comprised of 13 states in the west of the United States. We are also included with COM, Cultural College of Micronesia, and CNMI, Northern Marianas College. And from there, we did a baseline study looking at the farmers in this region. And then from there, we wanted to kind of have an opportunity to share those results to our farming community, to kind of show them where it has been since this year of studies gone. And yeah, that's really where we are right now. And so we're kind of doing the outreach part and kind of starting this conversation with our farmers, kind of a personal talk, yeah.
So just here on Guam, how many farmers do we have that you guys have already reached out to invite them to this conference?
Okay, so from our listing, we have over about 100 farmers in our listing. However, I know that there are more that is in the bona fide farmers list with the Department of Ag. But I believe there's about 200. About 200, I believe. But those comprise of part-time farmers, and then there are full-time farmers. Yeah.
So this, pardon me if I'm wrong, but this whole stigma of farmers, being down, did this start because of, during the COVID pandemic when they couldn't really, work or interact with people as much and to sell their goods that they've been growing for months on end?
Yeah, it sort of kind of started, technically, farm stress has really been a topic that has been brought up a lot in the last maybe 5-10 years. It really started to show in the state side of farmer suicides in about 2010, 2011. I remember watching documentaries and kind of reading articles about occupational suicides, and farmers were in the States probably in the fourth highest category. But then for here in Guam, because we already have a high rate of suicide within our own communities as well, like as a whole, as an island and as a territory, like Marianas region with Micronesia, we wanted to kind of see a focus more on how has it been for our agriculture industry and sector. And so we had the opportunity to work with RASSUP and then to have the guidance on how can we measure the stress levels our farmers are experiencing. So yes, it did COVID kind of did shed that light on the issue on farm stress, but farm stress itself has been around for a while. We were just able to have the opportunity to work with an actual nonprofit group or a partnering group that to kind of help us, guide us, because obviously mental health is not something we do. Yeah, so as farmers or even researchers in this field, it's not something that we're familiar with. So, but working with them and then working with our local partners like Guam Behavioral Health, and then we're working with CLASS, which is the College of Liberal Arts and Social Sciences. We're working with Dr. Rita Sharma there to kind of help us bring that mental health component into our project. Yeah.
So just to backtrack just a bit, this farm stress, can you just elaborate what it actually is?
Our farm stress, it's really kind of it's an issue that that was brought in the early, oh, this is really far actually. This goes back to I believe in the 1980s, called the farm crisis. So this is really far back. And so this is when I believe the US Congress had decided to push a bill to kind of aid or alleviate, because I believe there's an economic downfall that the US was experiencing. And so this one was underneath the farmers, ranchers, stress assistance program. I forget, I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah. But really it was to ensure that there was aid and resources for the farmers to seek mental health services. And that would be where the extension side would help out, or, provide that aid. So there would be trainings to kind of train extension agents on how to detect when your farmers are in distress and what can you do to help bring those services to them. Yeah.
So I just to wrap everything up, has your department already been going out, reaching out to our farmers here on island and saying, hey, so we have this conference that I think will really benefit you guys. Would you like to come?
Oh yeah, so we started already kind of talking to some of our farmers that had helped us with our study in 2021, and then we've also sent out our flyers to the farmers co-ops, North and South Soil and Water Conservation, and then also to our nonprofits like Guam Sustainable Culture, Farm to Table. But we haven't really had a chance to kind of sit down, and because they were included in some of them were included in our study, but we haven't really had a time to really sit down and show them the preliminary. So we thought having a conference, giving them a time to kind of take a break from the field and, enjoy some, have some refreshments or so, and then really talking about what they were able to help us with in this study. And yeah, that's where we're at right now.
So is there anything you would like to say to those farmers, or even the family or friends of our farmers here on Guam? Is there a special message you would like to say to them? And of course, tell them when and where this Farmers Mental Health Conference will be happening.
Well, we will be having the Farmers Focus Cultivating Health Wellness Conference at the Western Resort 2 to 8, and that will be June 17 on a Friday. And working with my coworkers and my boss and talking to all these great people that's partnered up with this, it's made me really be appreciative of what our farmers go through every day. It's really hard doing what we want to do in the field, especially with all the elements against us, from the weather, from finances, from the past, the amount of pests that we have to deal with our fields. And so we're really just we want them to kind of feel assured that, if they are having some, crisis in their lives or in their families' lives, because, sometimes we don't know how to project how we feel or how we talk to because we're so stressed out, that there's a way where you can come, and have the tools, learn the tools of how to alleviate or downsize that stress. And, because what their efforts are, it's very, very great. And we hope that they continue and that they should kind of want them to know we have their backs too. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss Elvira Gisag. Well, so to all of our farmers, friends, families, close acquaintances, if you are experiencing, a bit of depression or second guessing yourself, you can reach out to Miss Elvira. I will attach her phone number and her details to this so that if you are interested in the Farmers Mental Health Conference, you can definitely go check it out and of course share your problems with your fellow farmers. And for our local farmers who do want to participate in the Farmers Conference on Mental Health, you can contact Ms. Elvira Gisag at 671-797-8566 or email her at gisage@triton.uog.edu. Don't go anywhere because coming up next, REMAX Time in Realty.